Hi beaders! Today we're going to be learning how to use the new Centerline pendants or components because they both come in necklace components and earring components. So I'm going to be taking some fireline, some 8-pound smoke, and I'm just going to cut probably about 18 inches, doesn't need much. I'm going to take a number 12 beading needle. Number 10 or 11 should work just as well. I'm going to thread the needle. So for many of you who have problems threading the needle, the best way to do it is to flatten the end of your fireline. I usually just use my fingernails just to get it nice and flat. And then I pinch that between my thumb and finger so you see just a little bit of a sliver. And then you're going to take your needle and kind of line up the eye with the end of your thread, and then you can just kind of pick it up right off of your finger. And you just want to pull a couple inches through the eye. And I'm just going to kind of bend that over. So now I got my needle and my thread ready. So this is the Centerline component. This is a necklace component I'm going to be doing. So I've already made a couple of them here. So they come in like a silver plate, a gold plate, and then a rose gold, which is really super pretty. I don't know if you can kind of see it here, but yeah, very metallic-y, very pretty looking. So I'm going to be using some size 11 delicas. So I have just a mishmash, an assortment that I made. So you want to use a size 11. So once my needle is threaded, there's two little holes in the side here. So there's a tiny one and then a little bit larger one in the corner. So I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go up through that small little circle there. So there's no front or back, so it doesn't matter which way. So I'm going to pull it through. I'm going to leave just a little bit of a tail of a thread, probably about 6 inches. And then I'm going to pick up 23 delicas. It seems to be the magic number. So I'm just going to scoop them up with my needle here, get you in the camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 23. I'm going to do a quick double count because 23 seems to be the magic number. I think I have one too many. One, 22, 23. All right. Now that we got 23, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide those down and I'm going to pop them right in the little line of the component there. So there's a nice little hole on the other side. So I'm going to take my needle down this side of the component. So I went up this way, added the beads, went down the other way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip it back. I'm going to pop the beads in there, almost like a loom. And I'm going to run my needle all the way back through the beads again. So I'm just going to kind of line them up so you don't skip any. I want to come out on the back side of the pendant the same way that I started. So there, I'm all the way through the pendant again, or I should say through the beads. I'm going to pull the needle through. So there, I'm right back here where I started. So what I like to do now is I like to just knot these together since the tail and the working thread are right in the exact same spot. So I'm going to tie them together. Couple little knots, just little overhand knots. Pull it nice and tight. Then what I'm going to do one more time, just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to go back up through the hole I started with. I'm going to run all the way back through the beads, so this will be the third time through the beads. And you can usually tell if you exit the beads when you don't want to, because you can jab it in your finger. All right, so I'm through the beads again. I'm just going to pull all the way through. I'm going to go back down the hole. So now the beads are locked in there nice and tight. So I'm going to do a little trimming. So I'm going to take this And just with the scissors, put a little bit of tension on the thread and then just cut. Just let the blade of the scissors cut through. All right, so now I'm done with the working thread. I'm going to pull that out of my needle. Here's my 6-inch tail. So again, I'm going to thread that on my needle. And then I'm just going to take care of hiding that. So there's where I started. I'm just going to run back through the entire beads again. This isn't going to go anywhere. And it's easier just to kind of line them up and go through all the way instead of exiting halfway and then trying to get your needle back into the beads. So there we go. So I'm all the way back through the beads. I'm just going to pull through, give it a nice firm tug, and cut. So easy breezy, cute and simple. You can do all one color, you can do a mix, but delica, size 11s, there's 23 of them. So we sell these in both silver, gold, and copper. There's also cute little earring components, so you can do the same thing. These kind of have 3 beads per row. And so that's a rose gold one. Then I've also done one with the silver. There's a little loop on the bottom so you can attach nice little beads. Little ear wires just twist open and attach, so you can use that for a pendant or for earrings. They're nice and lightweight. We also have the chain. So if you need chain, we have the silver, gold, and copper. We have the small lobsters. And then we also have, you may need these, super tiny jump rings. So they're very inconspicuous. So you want to use those to attach your chain right up into the corner and then attach your clasps as well. So that's it in a nutshell. So Centerline components, you can go up to shopmidwestbeads.com and get yours today. Thanks a bunch, people. Bye-bye.